Welcome back to Next Top Singer. We are still in the casting round. Please watch episode 1 for an introduction. To make it in, you have to get a yes signal from at least 2 of the judges. 2 no signals means you are out. If you make it in, please read the description for instructions, and don't forget to confirm your role.
Do I look lonely? I see the shadows on my face. People have told me I don't look the same. Maybe I lost weight. I'm playing hooky with the best of the best. Put my heart on my chest so that you can see it too. I'm walking the long road, watching the sky fall. The lace in your dress tingles my neck. How do I live? The death of a bachelor, letting the water fall. The death of a bachelor, seems fitting for happily ever after. Woo! How could I ask for more? A lifetime of laughter at the expense of the death of a bachelor.
There are some notes that aren't bad. I think there's something there that with time could actually be pretty good. I just think that it's not quite ready yet. I think you got to put the cookies in the oven and let them cook just a little bit longer. I think they're still a little too raw yet. They're not quite done. So give it time to bake just a little bit more. And when those cookies are ready, come back next season if we have another season and try again. But for me right now, gonna have to be a no. But I did give you a 5 because I do think there is definitely something there that is going to be worth trying again for.
Yeah, that would make sense. So it's another no from me. You've got some warmth and there's a few nice sustained notes in there, but the pitch and timing were too wayward really for me to save the entry overall and for me to have any confidence that you're going to be able to turn all that stuff around in time to make it work for round 2. Yeah, I think give it a bit more time. Plenty of things still to work on, but not enough to get a yes from me, unfortunately.
Oh wow, I'm gonna look really mean now because I actually said that this was entertaining but not for the right reasons. It wasn't distinguishable from talking funny to me. I think you need to train that pitch and that control, and that sudden cut in the end actually made me wonder if you were trolling or not, so that's not great.
Wow, okay, Mark.
I'm the new Mark. This time.
Loved you every minute, every second. Loved you everywhere and any moment. Always and forever, it's just for a moment. 'Cause I was not the one, I don't know how. Loved you till the last of snow disappeared. Loved you on the rainy days of the year. Never knew of pain like this, but I've got to know. Thought I loved you so, why did you go?
This, for me, is a tentative yes. So the upper register that you've got, it's a gift, but we get it even when the song doesn't need it. And I want to see one more entry from you to see if you can mix in the lower end too and make that work. But otherwise, you may be looking at being a bit of a one-trick pony that isn't going to be able to carry out the versatility that we need for the later rounds.
Yeah, so Libby, I think you have a sweet and airy quality in your voice. It was a little bit too immature for me though, and thin. You need some more time to grow for me. I don't think you are untalented, I just think you need more time. And you need a better mic too.
Okay, Libby, I think you have a very nice voice. I do think you're a little raw. I think if you could train a little bit more and try again next season with maybe an upgraded mic, I think you probably could go a lot farther than you would be this season. I think if I let you go through this season, I don't think you would make it into the top 10. I really honestly think that you need a little bit more time to grow. I don't want to set you up to get kicked out too early on. I think if you had more time, you could probably make it a lot farther. And I'd hate to do that. So I'm going to have to side with Petri as much as I hate to do that. So I'm going to say 5 and no, but I definitely want to see you try again next season if there is another season.
Wow, our two universes are colliding. You're actually agreeing with me for once. I just watched Fringe. I'm kind of damaged right now.
So
with all the parallel universes and everything.
It's painful.
I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind how I put down in words how wonderful life is. Now you're in the world. Oh.
Serena, I think you really need to practice your editing because the original audition actually had 30 seconds of silence in the middle, and that's really not acceptable. That would have been death pretty much if it were a professional audition. And you also need a higher bitrate on your recording. So please contact the mentors and read the tips if you're gonna go on. But with your actual voice, I think it was soft and nice, and you have a soulful bottom end, but there was nothing special to it to me. You need to push more, to have more dynamics and range in it to make yourself stand out more.
Yep, Serena, I kind of said the same thing. You got to watch that editing mistake where there was that long break. I almost gave up listening because I listened for like a couple seconds and I'm like, it's just dead air. And I almost like quit thinking, oh, she must have just left it on record and there's nothing else. And then after a while, then I heard your voice come back in. I'm just like, oh, wow, that's not going to fly later on. That's not going to work later on in the competition. You're going to have to really watch that. I don't know what happened there, but you should never, I don't know why you would even submit that and not try to go back and redo that. Definitely use those mentors, guys. If you don't know how to do something, use those mentors. But you do have a very nice voice, and so I do want to hear more of it. As we get further in the competition, you're going to be going up against people who not only know how to sing, but they know how to mix. So we're going to be getting people who are the full package, and they are going to utilize the mentors where they don't know how to do something.
This was decent. It's definitely missing some dynamic. You've got the changes in phrasing and sustain and bits of vibrato, which is all really good stuff, but it's all on the same level, so none of it really pops. So messing about with dynamic and volume here and there is something that's going to really take you to the next level, but I am feeling pleased with this one.
Ooh, 3 yeses still. I thought at least one of you were gonna hate it just because of this silence in the middle. But okay, you can be reasonable some of the time. That's nice.
Yeah.
But he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark slimy path where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we lay in the dark till you came and set us free. And you brought us to the light. And we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers, and though scary is exciting, nice is different than good.
Okay, Mary C. It's a sweet voice, but that's really all I can say right now. Sweet is only going to get you so far. You need big, emotional, sometimes maybe raw. You got to be the whole package. Cutesy is only going to cut it this round. You got to make sure you bring us something that's a little bigger and kind of shows us what you can bring. You got to maybe show us a little bit more range, show us a little bit more emotion. I really didn't get any emotion from this. I didn't really feel too much dynamic from this personally. I think you got a very nice voice. Like I said, it's a cutesy voice. It was a sweet voice, but I want to see a little bit more from it. But I did give you a yes, and I gave you a 6.
This one's got to be a no from me, unfortunately. I figure if we got a song rather than something that was talk, singy, acty, whatever this was, then I might have given it a yes, but it doesn't give the opportunity to show off enough for me to say, yeah, let's have one more entry out of you.
So, will I agree with Mark or Andrea? Give your guesses.
I could go either way, personally.
Okay. Well, actually kind of side with Mark here because it was a really bad song choice. It was a lot of talk singing, like Mark said. A lot of musical theater songs focus on the lyrics to convey a story, but that's not important when it comes to an audition. Here it is important with the singing to give the emotion, the power, the range, and we need to hear how you can sustain your notes. You have a sweet, clear voice, but I needed something more mainstream to really hear what you can do. And I'm starting to sound like Mark here, but it's true.
When it's so ill, this way, kinda beautiful. And every night has its day so magical. And it's just love in this life, there's no obstacle that can't be defeated. For every tear and a tear for the vulnerable. And every loss so the bones of a miracle. For every dreamer, a dream we're unstoppable. With something to believe in. Monday left me broken. Tuesday I was through with open. Wednesday my empty arms were open. Thursday waiting for love, waiting for love. Thank the stars it's Friday. I'm burning like a fire, go wild on Saturday. Guess I won't be coming to church on Sunday. I'll be waiting for love, waiting for love to come around.
Okay, me to start and Benjamin, isn't it?
Yes. Is that a bad thing?
I'm going to start a fight.
Maybe.
We'll see how it goes. So I know how much, Petri, you love to have a rock voice in this competition, and Benjamin has got that written all over him, and that's definitely there. My argument here is going to be much the same as the argument that always seems to come with these rock voices, is there is too much that needs tightening up, in my view, to actually be able to make it work over the course of the competition. Sometimes I've been proved right, sometimes I've been proved wrong on that front, but I think I'm going to set my stall out much the same and say it's close, but there are too many issues for me to give it a yes.
Ooh. Well, we'll see, but Benjamin, I just want to say welcome back, because you tried out last season and you said that you really wanted to try to show more of your voice this time instead of embarrassing yourself, like you said. And I actually think you have a really cool tone. I think you would be good for rock and country. I think this audition shows more of your strengths than weaknesses, as opposed to the last time. It was completely different last time. And I heard some vibrato in this as well. There were some pitchness in this, so I can kind of see where Mark is coming from to a point, but I do want to hear you do a proper cover, so it's still gonna be a yes from me and a 5.
Okay, God, this is sucky because I hate it when things like this happen. But unfortunately, I sided with Petri again.
Yay! Andrea is coming over to the good side.
Not really. I did see a lot of what Mark was saying. However, I don't think it's irredeemable. I actually did see a lot of good points about the performance of Benjamin as well. I saw some things that I really did like and I think can be worked on still, and I think that it deserves another round to show us that it can be tightened up a little bit. If he can show us a little bit of improvement in the second round and kind of maybe show Mark, look at what I can do, and change his mind a little bit. You know, look at how Scott changed my mind.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah, I'm willing to give it a shot. Sorry, Mark.
No, that's fine. I have my reasons, but like a 3.5 is a pass. He's sitting on a 3 for me, so he was right borderline.
Yeah.
And last season it was 3 no's, so it's definitely an improvement.
Yeah, I just hate siding with Petri. It's just, it's like, ugh.
You
I'm
should
gonna have
do
to
that
take a
more
shower
often,
after
Andrea.
this.
You will get used to it. Trust me.
Is siding with me
I'm gonna have
better?
to take a shower.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
sometimes.
How is that better? Come on, Andrea. You're scaring me.
I was trying to be meaner this year. I didn't want to be the nice one this year.
Okay, fair enough.
Whatever.
Hello, my name is Tyler, I'm 15, and the song I will be singing for my audition is As the World Caves In by Matt Maltese. My feet are aching, and your back is pretty tired, and we've drunk a couple bottles, babe, and set our grief aside. The papers say it's doomsday, the button has been pressed. We're gonna nuke each other up, boys, till lone Satan stands impressed. And here it is, our final night alive. And as the earth runs to the ground, oh, girl, it's you that I lie with. As the atom bomb locks in, oh, it's you I watch TV with. As the world caves in, as the world caves in.
So, Tyler, and I'm the first one. So Tyler, welcome back. You have a very unique voice. It's kind of thin and squeaky, but still interesting. But it was not a great audition song to me. It's kind of monotonous, but it did get slightly better in the second half. I wonder how versatile you can be and how much power you can bring into your voice. And the mic is also letting you down still. But it's still a yes and a 5.5.
I think you have a nice voice, Tyler, but you need to show much more emotion with a song like this. I don't think you really emoted enough for me. I didn't feel a connection with the song, but I think you got a lot to work with. If you have a vocal coach, I definitely think that you should lean on them. They're invaluable to you if you do love singing and this is something you want to do in the future. So if you don't got one, get one. For me, I'll give you another round. The guys give you one. So I am saying yes with a 5.5.
Okay, I wasn't planning to, but 2 yeses seals the deal already. It's a 2.5 and no for me. The transitions were super choppy and then ended up on the wrong notes at the end. Some of the sustain notes are bizarre. I mean, I like them, but they sound super processed. Like they've been screwed around with somehow, like artificially dragged out or some kind of digital compressor kind of thing to try and add the sustain. I don't know. Or it could just be the microphone clipping, but there's something really weird going on there. While I did like what was going on with the sustain, even though it maybe could have been added afterwards, it wasn't enough to save the overall entry for me. But that's still going to be a 2 out of 3, and he moves on. So I guess we can move on.
This is so predictable. Exactly the same thing happened last year or so. I knew it would happen.
Okay.
Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. Tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. Fell right through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours.
I didn't really have any real notes for Steven except nice voice, yes, 7. So you guys can fight it out amongst yourselves.
But what if we want to fight with you? What are you gonna do then?
Too bad. I don't know. I gotta pee, so let's get through these guys. Come on.
Okay.
I've been holding it in for over an hour now, so
I mean, we can pause. It's not impossible.
let's keep going.
Okay, sure. And you can pee your pants, that's fine.
Okay, so for this, I like the tone and the body behind the voice, so it is going to be yes for me. The only thing I'll say is don't add embellishments for the sake of it, because the yours, it takes away. It doesn't add. It's an unwanted distraction.
Okay, I guess. Well, Steven, first off, you started with 14 seconds of silence in the beginning. I don't know why you made that choice or why you didn't just cut that out, but anyway. Either way, you have a soft and nice voice, but the song was out of your range because it got quite thin on the higher notes and it was strained and a little bit flat as well. It was not a great audition song to begin with either, I don't think. I liked the end though, where you got to show your personality more, because that was quite quirky to me. But it's still actually a no from me, and I gave this a 4. But you're through anyway, so I guess I can be the mean one this time for once. Doesn't happen often, but sometimes.
Usually.
No, Mark is the mean one.
Yeah. Mark's been quite nice.
Yeah.
By normal standards.
And speaking of Mark,
yeah, I tend to soften up a little bit in round 1, and then the punches really start to fly.
Far away at the shore, in a town beside the sea, alone stands a girl staring longingly. It is here at the shore that she holds into her chest a secret she did never speak. If you write a wish upon a paper and you place it into a glass bottle, and it's washed away by the ocean, then someday there's a chance that it may just come true.
Okay, so Ivera, something like that. It's going to be a yes. It feels very forced. So keep your breathing, make sure you maintain that all the way through and keep your control there. That'll help you smooth out the transitions. But you're showing a little bit of everything that I want going forward, and it's just piecing that all together into complete entries. But yeah, it's a no doubt yes from me.
Okay, wow. Here we go again, I guess.
Damn.
Well, wow. I mean, whenever an audition have a really weird melody, then I always look it up in case it's just the singer that is doing it weird, and this is definitely you doing this weird. When a song has a lot of semitone switches, you need to be so dead on point, because otherwise it becomes a completely different song. It was not a good audition song in the first place because there's zero dynamics in this. There is a bit of range in this, but it is out of yours because your voice got paper thin on the highest bits. You do have potential, but you need to plan your auditions better, and I gave this a 3.5 and a no. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
I said about Mark being the nice one. He's being the nice one, like literally, because for me, there was a real timidness to the voice. Several times I thought we were going to get something really bigger from you, or like a really big moment, but then it felt like you pulled back. I think you really need to take time to find some confidence, maybe work with a vocal coach, and then come back with a little bit more gusto next season. It just felt like you wanted to build up to something, but then you were maybe, I don't know if you were just too timid, or you just couldn't find it, or you just were afraid to fit it in, or I don't know what it was, but I didn't get it. It felt like it was coming and it never came, and it was a disappointment. I don't know if it was the song choice or a lack of confidence, but there was just something missing, and I gave you a 5, which was better than Mark and Petrie's scores, but my 5s are usually no's. I'm sorry. So
Mark, do you have a case for her?
Well, okay, 2 things. One, I had drank rather a lot of whiskey by the time I got to this point of the judging last night. I was doing a podcast or something else, and and I finished off the last entries after that.
I see.
It was one of those. It's called the Fireside Chat, and it's kind of customary that you have a glass of whiskey with it. And I kind of emptied what was left in the bottle and thought, yeah, that'll be fine. And I've just listened to it again, and I think, actually, that while I'm seeing the elements of things I like, I would generally, in a less inebriated state, have said that is too much to try and correct in time for round 2 and beyond. So I think I'm with you guys, and I'm happy to pass.
You see, Andrea, it's not Mark that's nice, it's the whiskey. You should drink whiskey more often.
It's alcoholism.
I need to stop worrying about the things I can't control. I need to stop worrying about the dollars I don't own. Gotta stop worrying about the things I cannot know. But sometimes it feels so good, oh. Money don't matter if it feels for you. Money don't matter if you're ho. Money don't matter if it feels for you. I used to worry every day, now I got better things.
I wonder, is there a reason that you sang this super soft and airy? Because it comes across very timid to me, as if you sang it in the middle of the night or something. If you had more volume in this, then we could really hear the quality of your voice rather than this whispery timidness. If you were going for airy, then that sudden drop also is odd in this context to me, but I do like your vibrato. Still, I gave this a 3 and a no.
I don't think this was a great audition song, in my opinion, at least not for you, Laney. I'm really sorry. I really think you spent a lot more time breathing into the microphone than singing like the... like that kind of like, I don't know, you just didn't give us a moment really worth remembering. I know this is an audition to try to get through, but we need to remember who you are. We need to just say like, oh, so-and-so is coming up. Oh, this is going to be really good. I can't wait. We need to, right now, this is round 1 of just the audition process. There are still people that are sending in their auditions. Where the audition phase is not over. As we're recording this, we're still waiting for auditions to come in, and this is 50 people right now that we're going through, and we're not done. We need to know who you are through the crowd, and what I got is not going to make me remember the name Laney Simon, and I need to remember that name, but I still think you gave me a pleasant enough voice that I'd be willing to listen to you again. So I gave you a 6, but it comes down to what Mark thinks.
Okay, that last things was enough to be a yes on its own for me. That was my standout moment to say, yeah, okay, let's hear one more. I think the main issue was rushing it, and there is way more time and space to get things done in songs than you think a lot of the time. And then with that space, that allows you to then, open things up and, really put the power behind it when you need to and the like. So I think that it's something where if you understand you've got the time to work inside of a song and you don't have to rush and get to the next cue, you'll be able to fix all of these problems and it will come together. If you don't understand that concept, then it's going to trip you up every single time. But I think that's easier to fix than just being off on timing and not knowing how it works and where the 1 and where the 4 is and that sort of thing. So it's a yes from me. It was a close one, but yeah, I'm seeing enough potential and I think the problem is fixable.
Wonder what my deal is then. It may be that I was tired last night when I did this. But no, I actually did the last 18 today and I wasn't that tired.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I guess I'm just more grumpy than usual. I don't know.
I sit here all alone as time is passing on. A simple little day, and that's what I'll say we're on. The people close to town, the gentle floating clouds, they share a laugh as I stand waiting all day long. A really simple formula that I don't understand at all. The ticking of a clock is rushing like my heart is going to stop. To really truly comprehend, I have attempted but I can't. To think that in your eyes you really see me as a clown just being made fun of. As I spin, until I just die. Can't breathe in, this is the end. Guess this is it. Sorry, fate has got me hidden now. I can't go on going, you'll never see this.
Is it RayneIlStorm or just Rayne?
RayneIlStorm. I don't know.
Rayne.
It's an I
Okay,
there
RayneIlStorm.
too.
Oh, there's an I there too? Okay.
RayneIlStorm. I don't know.
Oh, I thought there was 2 L's. I thought there was 2 L's.
Just say Rayne.
I'll say Rayne. Okay, Rayne. To me, there just wasn't a single note that was on any recognizable key, which was a shame because I think you had some very lovely higher notes. I think with some training and maybe a better song choice, try again next season. I think that's in order. Right now, it's a no from me because it didn't work out for me this season. This just wasn't your moment. But I'm really optimistic about your future because you do have those notes that are in your higher register. I think there's definitely something there. You just got to get it trained out of you. You got to get that pulled from you by somebody who knows what they're doing, or you got to find some YouTube videos where you can practice and then come back, but you're not ready right now. And I can't push push you forward right now. But don't be discouraged because I hear something in there. Just work on it and then come back.
Sure, I think this is a very typical me kind of situation. I can hear some decent tone amongst
Of course it is. Of course. Oh, God. No, don't do it. Don't. Come on, please. Come on. You're not.
I'm not going to say yes.
He is. Oh,
no,
you're
I'm
not going to say yes?
I'm not going to say yes. I can hear some decent tone amongst the pitchiness, but typical me, I can't pass someone through with such a poor grasp of timing. It's not going to work for me.
Okay. I thought you were going to do one of your usual things, which is to say yes when you know it should be a no. That's what I thought you were going to do.
I'm waiting
and I was just
for
like,
that.
please
I don't
don't do this to
hear
this
it.
poor girl. I was like, please don't do this to this poor girl. She needs time. She needs time.
Yeah, so my review then. Okay. So Rayne, I think you are singing from your throat. There is no pushing from your diaphragm. Your voice becomes kind of shrill and whiny, and that's not a healthy technique. It can actually hurt your vocal cords. Go to a vocal coach or learn some technique online where you can learn about support and such. It's gonna be a no and a 2.
Okay, clean sweep.
Yeah, why am I the mean one? I don't know what's happened. I think I know what it is, because I had too many yeses that the ones that weren't quite up to scratch they really stand out, so.
That you had to cull. Yeah, fair enough.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more auditions in the next episode. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Benjamin, jag vill bara säga välkommen tillbaka, för du försökte förra säsongen och du sa att du ville verkligen försöka visa mer av din röst den här gången istället för att skämma ut dig själv, som du sa. Och jag tycker faktiskt att du har en väldigt cool ton. Det skulle vara bra för country och rock. Jag tycker den här auditionen visar mer av dina styrkor än svagheter, till skillnad från förra gången. Det var helt annorlunda förra gången. Och jag hade även lite vibrato i detta. Det var lite falsksång ibland, så jag kan se var Mark kommer från till en punkt. Men jag vill ändå höra dig göra en ordentlig cover, så det kommer bli en 5 och ett ja.